we don't think we care that much about the X Factor, and also we're quite cocky
Yeah,
as well. And
yeah.
we're like, we're good, you know, this is what we do, this is all going to be fine.
Yeah.
So we get there, we have the day there, we have a wonderful time, we meet loads of people, we're surrounded by girls, it's just great.
Well, talking of Raksu,
Yes.
for anyone who doesn't know, can you explain who Raksu are?
Who Raksu are? Raksu are, we are a group of friends from Watford. What a great place to live. Go on, Hertfordshire. And we won the X Factor in 2017.
Come on.
And so yeah, we are musicians.
Do you watch X Factor still?
It stopped.
Has it?
I was gonna say I've not heard about it.
I haven't watched it in like, I'd say 3 years. Like I watched this series.
Yeah. Why did you watch that series?
I probably watched like 2016, 2017.
Okay.
And then I remember this audition.
Yeah. It feels so weird watching it back.
Can I ask a question about this audition, right?
Yep.
And obviously, I know since winning it, it's probably a lot of dealings with Sam and Cowell, etc. But can I ask a question? Like, you know, when he goes, like, oh, stop. So you were singing Senorita, right? Justin
Yep.
Timberlake, and he's like, oh, stop singing this.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yep.
Sing something else.
Yeah.
Does he plan that before you
Are
do
you
it?
allowed to say?
Okay, so yeah, I'll give you the full disclosure.
Yeah.
So, backstory is, right, me and Miles have been like brothers since we're, scale of 1 to 10, how much detail do you want?
As much as you can.
Yeah,
I
whatever you
guess.
want to give.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I don't know what you...
Okay, so the backstory of the whole thing, I'm going to speak quite quickly because it could be quite long, is me and
No
Miles
worries.
have been like brothers since we were like 11 years old, as in like tight like this. His first job is with my mum, played the same football team, like just best friends. He went to school with Mustafa from like year 7 to 11. Jamal moved here from Barbados when he was 14 and he went to their school. Mus was the first person he met on the first day. So we're all like really close from really young. Start making music. Me and Miles are in a little grime crew together. Doesn't go anywhere. I make music my whole life. Eventually, when we get back from university, I'm like, Jamal, oh my God, you're a great singer. Show me some stuff that you've made. He's like, I've never gone to the studio. I'm like, okay, cool. We're going to studio because you're really, really good.
Yeah.
So we start making music and me and Jamal are like, cool, let's call this thing like a name and let's make it something. So we started calling ourselves Tracks versus Suits.
Yeah.
At that point in time, we're like, that's really long. No one can remember it. We'll shorten the track to Rack and we'll shorten the suits to Sue. So we got Rack Suit. Miles and Mustafa are still our really good friends. So every time we go to the studio and we want to get an opinion, they always come with us. Every time we got a gig somewhere, it's like, oh, you guys should come as well.
Yeah.
Eventually we get a gig on the beach in Brighton in front of loads of people. Loads of people, like 100 people. Me and Jamal are like, oh my God, this is so exciting, but we're really boring. Mus, can you get involved because you can dance and you can beatbox? Mus gets involved going forward. He's part of the group. One day we're in South London after a gig. It's about 2 a.m. Miles has come down to see us. We're having an argument and he's like, can you guys shut up? I'm like, you're always here. You still make music. Why are you not in the group, you prick? Anyway, so then Miles joins and now he's in the group.
Yeah.
So we keep on making music. We do absolutely every single open mic that we can do around London and we're just trying to be as busy as possible. We're moving forward. We've done 2 little events by ourselves that we've set up and kind of the ball is rolling. We've had a couple of BBC introducing plays. We've just started to get paid. At this point, we do a show, someone slates us, tells us we're all terrible, says like basically her feedback was Jamal's okay, he can sing, do it by himself, but I don't know how far he get. Ashley can rap, but there's a million other rappers like him in London. Miles looks at the floor, Mus doesn't even vocalise, why is he there? Just after that, we then got super competitive and we're like, we've got to be the best people everywhere we go.
Yeah.
We did one show when we got scouted by the X Factor. We got scouted by the X Factor. None of us really watched the show. We all listened to hip hop, R&B, Afro, etc. So we're like, pop X Factor doesn't make a lot of sense. Don't really want to do this show. Eventually, they keep on talking to us and they're like, you should come and do it. And we're like, okay. So then we made a list and we were like, if we can accomplish all of these things by the time it gets to the first audition, we won't go on there because we can make our dreams happen without the X Factor.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, 3 months goes by, we haven't done those things. So we're like, we should go and do it.
Yeah.
But we went and had a meeting with them. And we said, we'll only do it on one condition.
Yeah.
And that condition was you have to let us do our own songs.
Okay, sick.
Okay.
Because as opposed to a group that you guys have put together,
Yeah.
we've done all of this stuff already and we've already kind of established ourselves.
Yeah.
So we're not prepared to go on TV trying to sing somebody else's song, look like idiots, and then just have everything die away. So we're like, we're only coming on the show if you let us do our own songs.
Yeah.
They're like, fine, great. Do the first behind closed door audition, get through that. Second behind closed door audition, get through that. They're like, cool, now go to Manchester, this is the live one.
Yeah.
When we did the second closed door audition, they were like, can you prepare some covers just in case Simon wants to see something else? We're like, no, we'll just do another one of our songs.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, please prepare some covers. We're like, we're just going to do our own thing. The day before we're driving up there, they call us again and they say, please just prepare some covers just in case. Like, we really want you boys to get through. We're like, okay. So we're in the car and we're driving up and we throw 2 covers together. One's a Justin Bieber one and one is Senorita. And we're literally just doing this in the car, spend about 20 minutes on it, and then we keep it moving. Because at this point in time, we're like, we don't think we care that much about the X Factor, and also we're quite cocky as well. And we're like, we're good, you know, this is what we do, this is all going to be fine. So we get there, we have the day there, we have a wonderful time, we meet loads of people, we're surrounded by girls, it's just great. We get called into our audition and we go in there, introduce ourselves, we're on cloud 9. The reality is, the first song that we did when we were in there was I'm Feeling You.
Okay.
So we do I'm Feeling You.
Yeah.
We get about halfway through it and Simon stops it.
Yeah.
And we're like, shit. So
he looks so scary on TV when you're watching when he does all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God, what's he gonna say?
Yeah, we're like,
that's the point, right?
our inner like view of ourselves has just been shattered here. And we're like, what are we meant to do here? Means like, if you've got anything else, he asks us to do a cover. We do a cover. It's obviously crap. Stops that, asks us to do another one.
Yeah.
We do another cover. It's obviously crap. And then he's like, can you do the first song again? And we do the first song again. And then they put us through.
Yeah, okay, got you.
So what you see there is they cut out the first time we do I'm Feeling You. They cut out the first cover. They put in him stopping us. And so you get our real reaction to when he stopped us doing I'm Feeling You, but just put into a different spot. And then you obviously get us doing I'm Feeling You. Yeah, so it's like it all happened. Everything that you're seeing is real.
Different orders.
But there's just things that are removed from it that remove some of the context. And after we won the show, I said to him, I was like, he said, I knew you guys were going to win from the first time I saw you.
Mad.
And I was like, well, if you knew that, why did you stop us? And he was like, because if I just put you through, there's a limit to how much airtime we can actually give you. Like we have to make it interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, that's why like these reality shows, you know, like the Kardashians ones as well. The reason they are so highly edited like that is because that's what viewers want to see, right?
Yeah.
Not all viewers, but that's the viewers who watch that show want to see that. So even watching this interview there, when he's like, oh, stop doing this, but I want to hear you do your own thing. Like, viewers are like, oh my God, look at this, you know? So it helps the show for sure.
Yeah.
And they probably knew that. When they asked you to do the covers, they were probably doing that on purpose.
They were preparing for it, but obviously
they can't tell you that though.
And this is it, right? It's like, even though they know what's going on, you haven't got a clue. So from maybe in hindsight, we could have seen it coming, but we were so like flippant about it, but we just weren't processing it. So at the time, we're just like, oh my, like we're genuinely shocked and like, what are we meant to do now? Because we know these covers are crap. Like,
yeah, true.
Was everybody in this room watching you do the cover? No, they're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because obviously you didn't expect them to stop your song to then go onto a cover to come back to it.
Yeah.
But everyone in his seen your whole time. Like they've seen you like have to perform your song, etc., then your song again.
Yep.
So maybe they were expecting it a little bit like, okay, if they ask me to stop my original song, they'll ask me to do it again at the end and then say yes.
Maybe. But I think obviously the thing that probably made us special, well, not probably, the thing that did make us special was that we did do our own music. Typically, it's a show full of covers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. The reason I lost interest was because I couldn't be bothered with people singing covers. Yeah. Because I was like, if you go on and you can sing an Adele song really well, it doesn't matter. I would rather listen to Adele. So I want to hear people, because there was a show called Must Be the Music. I think it was called. I think it was on Sky One, and it's literally X Factor, but you have to do your own stuff.
When did that come out? Like before or after? Like,
it was way after X Factor.
Okay, cool.
But it was still a little while ago.
Yeah.
But when's that?
It's probably like 2001 or something. 2010.
Okay.
So X Factor's still been going for a long time at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I thought. Like when you guys obviously did your own song, it was like, okay, these guys are good because they're doing their own song.
Yeah, and ours was just like almost like a bit of a fear element where, because we didn't know how it was going to go, because we are like one singer, 2 rappers, a beatboxer and a dancer. So obviously when it's like, oh, you should come do the X Factor, we're like, we do not fit. Like Ollie Murs, Little Mix, JLS, One Direction. And then us, it's like, how is this going to work? So we were just quite conscious of, this might not go to plan, it might not go very far. So let's just make sure if we get 30 seconds on ITV at 8 PM on a Saturday, let's at least make that 30
sure,
seconds like a song that's ours,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that we can like use it to our advantage. So we actually thought about it in a really like protect ourselves because this might not go very well type way.
Yeah.
But it just ended up going way better than we thought it would.
Yeah, and how was the rest of the experience beyond the obviously at first audition?
Oh, it was so fun.
Yeah.
Like super intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, super intense, a whirlwind, not much sleep, but just probably just changed our lives, man.
Sure,
like
sure.
to be honest, like we're all working in. Jam was a neurophysiologist in Watford General.
Wow.
Miles is working as a recruitment consultant for nursing. I was working in recruitment for finance, and Mus was working in a hotel. And 5 years on from that, I'm sitting in front of you having a conversation about a Misfits boxing fight with King Kenny.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? So it just changed everything. It was amazing.
Yeah,
How-
but sorry, go on.
you
I
go.
was gonna say, it's always that belief in yourself, though. Like you can pivot and do different things, right? As long as you think that you can do whatever the best of your ability, you'll get into different avenues. You know.
Yeah, it's something I've said to people a lot. I don't, at least this is me personally, I don't feel like I'm particularly talented at anything. I don't think I've got a lane and nothing's really come to me easily. But the benefit of that is that it's also made me believe that I can do anything, just everything's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Whereas I think sometimes if things come easily to people, it can almost limit them because it's like, well, I'm good at this,
No,
so
I
why
agree,
would
I
I try
agree.
that?
Yeah.
Whereas I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
everything's going to be an equal amount of effort, so anything can happen.
Yeah, but that in itself is a talent, right? That's like, it's like JJ. He always says that. He's always like, "Oh, I'm not really talented," but then he goes and does all these things. I'm like, "Well, that
He's like, I
is a
just
talent."
work hard on everything.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm
the
not good at-
ambition.
he goes, I'm not good at music. I just worked hard on it. I'm not good at boxing. I just worked hard at it.
That's
I'm not good at
hilarious. That
YouTube,
is
I just-
exactly how I feel.
Yeah, but that's talent, man.
Maybe
That's like
we
really
are
is.
long
You
lost
know?
brothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's just honestly how I feel about things, and
Yeah.
I say it to everybody. Like at the end of the day, okay, maybe you will never be able to get to the top 0.5% or something. Like if I really wanted to be an equestrian, I might not get Olympic gold, but I can get good at it.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like-
For sure.